still sort of new to all this. I think we should be live. Let's just check. Alrighty, let's see. And I believe we are live. I think it's loading. Yes, we are. So I'm just gonna quickly just share this on Twitter. I guess I'll share the screen. And just gonna quickly just share this on Instagram. Sorry about this, guys. All right, so basically the main, what I'm trying to do is create my own continuous integration tool. The reason why I'm trying to create my own continuous integration tool is I've used a whole bunch of them, Azure DevOps, Jenkins, and even some CD tools like Spinnaker, and I haven't found the perfect one. So I was thinking, like, rather than waiting for them to become perfect or do the feature that I want them to do, why not try to make one? I still don't know if I could do this. This is a pretty complicated topic. Continuous integration is, there's so many moving pieces. So what I thought I would do is use something like this, right? So this is a tool called Drone, and it's a continuous integration tool. And what I'm gonna do is build on top of it. So I have already deployed it into my Kubernetes cluster. So if I go to Canziabras, you see I already deployed Drone. So what I'm gonna do is this front end is built using Vue.js. I don't want to build my platform using Vue.js. I'm more familiar with the Laravel ecosystem. So it's using Laravel, using Livewire as a replacement for Vue.js. So what I think I'm going to do first is try to convert this UI, maybe not exactly, but at least the same functionalities using Laravel Livewire. We'll do a quick conversion, and then after we do the conversion, we can see how this tool actually works, every single component. Then we can start adding all those little features that I want to add, right? I want to try to add, Jira integration, Confluence integration, ServiceNow, just make an overall great CI platform, and maybe even add some CD in there to deploy Helm charts into Kubernetes or something. This is going to be open source, so link to everything will be in my bio or my GitHub. But for now, like I said, I'm just going to be converting Drone into Laravel. So I already started this process, and basically this is right here. This is the front end for Drone UI. The link to this is basically, if I go to Drone UI right here, and basically Drone UI, one second, got a message. This is so the way that Drone UI works is that you have Drone UI server, and then you have the runners. Runners are the actual agents that go ahead and try to run your job. So I'll give you guys a quick example of what that means. So if I go to this and I click restart, this is the server, but the thing that's actually running the job like this thing right here, are called the runners. So you have to deploy two things into your Kubernetes cluster, and I'm just gonna build on top of this. But like I said, I'm going to try to remake this design because this whole front end server is built using Vue.js. I'm more in the Laravel ecosystem, and I want to build the overall UI tool in Laravel. So that being said, I already did get started. What I'm going to do first is try to convert all their APIs. I already started with a couple of them. So basically what I'm doing is that they have, again, I'm sort of new to all this, so this could either be a complete failure or, just a learning lesson. So if I do this live. So what I do it is I'm going through every of their APIs. They have them nightly separated nicely, and I'm simply just converting them. And you can see already why I love the Laravel ecosystem, right? Like all of this, I mean, there's at least like 20 lines of code there. It's happening and super small. So I'm gonna put this on the side. You guys won't see that, but I will be showing what I'm typing on this side. So the last API I did was build feed. So that was in the build. So let me go ahead to the build feed. Okay. So that was actually the last one for the build. The next one we have to do is cron jobs. Okay. So I'm going to write a separator, and in here, what separator did I use? It was like an equal sign or something. There we go. Go to that. And in here, we're just gonna write cron jobs. Cron jobs. Sweet. And the first one we have is crons. And this one takes the repo name. So I'm just gonna go ahead and copy this. Paste it here. And I'm gonna write crons, and this takes a couple parameters. So this takes I guess I can kind of show you what I'm looking at on the side right here. There we go. I'm trying to convert this right here, all of this. So it takes API. That's already going to be built into this config that I added. Then repos, namespace, name, and then delete all of this. It's going to be cron. Namespace, name, and then cron. Cool. So, and it's going to be a get, right? They're not doing anything else. It's just going to be a get. I can delete all these extra parameters. Let's go ahead and write a quick documentation for that. Fetch a cron list. So fetch a cron list. Cool. Let's go ahead and do the next one. So I guess the next one, we'll scroll down, fetches crons. This one does what? Okay, so this one fetches a certain cron. So I'm guessing we could just copy and paste this. Write cron in there. And just 1 second. Let me just turn off Discord. It keeps making some noises. And I will I don't think I could put a story here. Oh, that's all good. Can't put a link. Okay, so we have cron. What happened to my other? Let's put this one on the side again. So cron, and that's gonna take cron, and then you type the ID of the cron. So we'll just put cron here. And again, that one doesn't look like it takes anything, right? Commit. Okay. Yep. That one looks pretty standard. The next is delete a cron. So let's go ahead and do that one. So, oh, let's go ahead and document this too. So delete a cron. Oh, never mind. This is, we're jumping to, this is fetch a certain cron. Go ahead and copy this. Delete cron. And delete cron is going to be cron.name. So this will be cron, delete, change this to delete, and that's about it. Everything's to do with state. So they are doing some state management here, right? Like they're committing and updating the state and all that good stuff. I'm gonna rethink how I'm gonna do that because we're not really messing with JavaScript state. We're gonna be doing it with Livewire, like I said. So it's gonna work a little bit different. So yeah. Okay, so that's delete a cron. Next one is create one. Let's go ahead and document this one. A little shortcut. Delete a cron. And this is creating one. This one we have to pass some sort of JSON, I believe. Yeah. So we're gonna copy this, create cron. This is gonna be an array this time. And it's just gonna be cron. This will be a post, and the data that we're passing will be cron, which would be like a JSON sort of thing. Cool. Next thing is updating a cron. Okay. Again, copy and paste this. We'll document that one at the end. Let's just finish this. So update cron. Again, this is gonna stay the same. For this one, it will be, we're going to pass the cron name. So cron name. This one is also going to be patch. So they pass the name, they patch it with the body. The body is basically the input, right? So that looks good to go. So that's everything to do with cron. Again, I think I'm just gonna do all the APIs up front. That way we don't have to go back and forth with the APIs. We could just focus on getting the front end working. Hopefully, I want to try to at least get all these APIs done. All right, we're almost there, right? We have build, config, cron, and repo. So index is also not needed. The logs are the ones that are going to be a bit difficult. The reason why, I believe the logs are streamed, and I haven't really done that with Livewire. So we are going to experiment a bit. So let's see, stream events and stream close. Well, it looks like this just gets the log, the finish log. Okay, so this one streams the logs. Okay, so we can at least do the fetch logs part. That's fine. So we'll go ahead and copy this. Put that there. Let's go ahead and document these before we forget. And let's document this one. Cool. Next one is logs. Very important. One of the most important things when it comes to CI tools, what we get from the logs. So looks like we're fetching. Okay, so it looks like it's the same as all of them. They're just doing some extra stuff that we don't really care about. So we'll do that. We mostly care about, okay, so doing builds. So do builds. And then they have the name of the build, which makes sense. Then we have logs, and then stage, and then step. Okay. So then this needs to be build, logs, fetch logs, right? Okay, so this needs to be build, delete that. This needs to be stage, needs to be step. We're not creating any logs. The agent will do it for us. So this should just be a get. Right? Yeah, that's just a regular get. Alrighty, so what else do we have? We have members, node. What is node? I don't even know what node is. Fetch the node list in dispatch. Fetch node, update node. Well, if they have it, then we're using it somewhere, right? So notifications as well, show notifications. Okay, that's not an API call they're doing for that though. We did repos, we need to do secrets. Viewer, fetch. I guess the current user. I guess the current user tokens. Repos is sync account. Okay, so we did logs. Let's go ahead and do members. Members is one that I feel like we're going to be using heavily in the finished product, because role-based access and all that RBAC stuff is extremely important. It's one of the actual like hardest things, especially when it comes to secrets, is how do we give access to certain things. Like there's so many stuff that don't have that built-in RBAC. So we're going to try to handle that type of stuff here. So let's see. So fetch members. So this would be the members. Pretty sure I spelled that wrong. Oh, I forgot to document this. Fetch logs for a build. So fetch members. Fetch the list of repositories and members. Okay. So repo and then collaborators. Okay. So it's not members in the system. That's what I thought it was. It's members that are part of the repo. That's fine. So it is going to be a normal get function. So just copy this. I'm going to put this one again over here. Makes it a little bit easier for me to work. And we're going to name this members. And this needs, and it doesn't need any of this, just a repo. And we'll copy this, paste it there, document it, fetches the list of members inside of the repo. Cool beans. So next one is delete a member. Copy this, paste it, delete member. Let's make this capital, a bit easier to read. All right, so delete a member is going to take a username. So all of this and then a username, which most likely will be a string. And then we add that username here, which is going to be username. And it's going to be a get. I mean a delete. And that's all they do to it. Okay, so that's done for that one's done. Cool. Again, they do a lot of state management stuff. I really don't care about any of that stuff. We'll handle that stuff separately ourselves. They have a whole bunch of different statuses or whatever. Not important. So, I mean, it's already looking pretty heavy. We're gonna go ahead and create a quick commit. Added crons, we did crons, we did members, and we did logs. Logs API. Let's go ahead and push that. Let's see. Let's do the fetch nodes now. I'm not sure what this is for, like I said, but we'll go ahead and just do this. This doesn't have too many APIs, just a little bit more work to do. So yeah, let's just grind it out. So let's put that over there, close that, and fetch nodes. Oh, let's make our little cute separator. Whoa. Okay, so then we have this, right? Fetch nodes, and we're gonna go ahead and copy this one. Paste it there. Nodes. This one's pretty simple. It's just nodes. Nodes, and it takes no parameters. I'm a bit curious of what this actually does. So we're gonna actually run this. So we're gonna go to web. Here's where I was testing, you know, other APIs. And we just created one called nodes, right? So let's go ahead and test that. I'm guessing maybe this is the actual agents that are currently running. But let's see. 404 page not found. What did I make the URL? 404 page not found. Let's go back to this. And what's our Chrome? This works. And the fetch nodes. Let's try this fetch nodes again. Oh, it's just nodes. Could it be because 404 page not found? I wonder if that's because there's no nodes running. Because /nodes. I mean, that's what it says over here. It is a get. I'm not passing anything. Let's just do a little research. What's going on? Going ahead and just close a couple things that we're not using. And yeah, it looks like maybe they had that, but we're not nodes. Yeah, maybe they had that, but that's not part of the API anymore, right? There's nothing in the API that shows that. And then I'm also seeing stuff that, the API is also not I mean, the UI, I guess, is not using. It's like this user create, user delete stuff. Possible stuff that we might want to look into, right? So I guess we won't really do that one because I don't see where it's using that, and it's also not documented. Notifications I don't care about. Secrets is one that we do care about. Secrets are like the stuff that's going to be used when it goes to build it. Super important. Again, not that many. It looks like just regular CRUD stuff. So let's go and grind that out. So let's remove this. Change this to secrets. Change this to secrets. And let's see what they do. Okay, so this one is a bit different, it looks like. Dispatch typical fetch. So just gonna be sharing what I'm looking at. Secret list. I wonder, like, none of the other ones had that. Right? The other ones were just a simple await. Wait for you to get the data and whatever. But this one is a bit different. What is this? That's fetching from... Okay, so I think this has to do with the state. Nothing we really care about. Okay. So I'm just gonna do it regularly, like the way we were doing it before. This looks like it's going to be same thing as the repos. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy most of this. Right, yep. So same as the repos. And we just say secrets at the end. That's about it. On to the next one. Fetch secret. So let's actually document this one. Create. Secrets for the repo. That looks good. We'll now do the fetch one of the secrets, which is just going to take one extra parameter. We'll name this secret. Secret / secret. That's about it. Next one, let's document this. Fetch one secret based on the ID. Cool. Then we have delete, create, and update, right? Yeah, it's just basic CRUD. But let's just go ahead and handle delete. Copy paste this. Put that delete secret. And this is going to be a delete. And I'm going to name this secret name because it's saying on the side that it's the secret name. This way we actually know it's not the actual, like, the ID. It's saying secret name. So let's just make sure we write that. Document this. Again, here I'm just gonna say secret name. Delete a secret from the repo. I'm gonna go ahead and create one. Create secret. For create a secret, we won't need any of this. Secret's going to be an array. Some sort of JSON that we're passing, right? Yeah, some sort of JSON that we're passing. This will be a post. And we pass that in the body. That's it. Final one, update, secret name, and then we pass it in the body. Cool. Okay, so this is going to be patch. Update secret. I'm going to have to pass the secret name. And here we're going to put secret name. And that is it. Everything looks good so far. That should be the last one. Let's check if there's another one, the viewer one. Yeah, that's to do with the user. I'm guessing that's like for the top nav bar or whatever. We won't do that one yet. Actually, I mean, how many are there? It's just 1, 2, 3, 4. Sync pull. I don't know what the heck they're doing with this. Fetch repo latest. We'll leave this one out for now. But cool. I guess we can now. Let's just commit this. Wrong button. Oh, we need to document this. So. Create a secret in the repo. And update a secrets information. Next, add a secrets API from drone. Commit that, push that, done. Sweet. Okay. What do we do next? I guess next we start working on the home page. So if we go to /home, right? I created this simple layout, super simple. Try to mimic the drone layout. I don't, again, it doesn't have to be exact because I'm gonna end up remaking this. I'm just doing this to understand all the stuff that drone has involved. So I guess we'll start with the home page, right? So if we go back to the home page, it has a list of repos. If I look at here and I go to the home view, they're getting the list from, they're doing something called repo sort. That's going from some other file. And they are sorting. Okay, let's go back. Repo sort. list of objects. Okay, default. Condition. Combine condition. Okay, so they're just getting the latest repos and they're sorting them by build created at, by status, and by repo name. Alrighty, so let's attempt to do this, right? So here's my list. We gotta get this data. So let's go to, I'm gonna keep this on the side. Okay. Let's go to web. You have a home. Let's go to this home page. This home page, then rendering this. Let's look at quickly. Let's look at how this data looks. It should be repos and latest. So let's see what kind of data we get. We need to look at the data before we can sort it. So here's our beautiful data. And you know what? I can probably make this a Laravel collection and make it so easy to sort. Right? Like I feel like I can just add like collect in front of this. And now it's a Laravel collection. That didn't really do what I wanted to do. I wonder why though. Because okay. Let's see something. So response equals this, and then return response number 0. Is it an array or an object that it's returning me? 0, and then let's put this over here. ID. Is that right? It is 1. It's an array. I should be able to just say collect because it's an array. I don't understand why that didn't work. Collect response. Okay, that's Laravel return collection. Response/JSON. 200 IQ, baby. Okay, so it's just turning an object. We say responds JSON, then we can convert it. This should not be running because the return on top of it. Yes. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. I don't like saying that JSON stuff. I'm gonna go here. And at the end of everything, we'll tell it return JSON. Now I can go back to web, not even do that, and still get the same result. Correcto. Alrighty, so I don't need this no more. Go look at this. So I need to sort it by a couple things. Let's look at what they wrote again. By build created at. So they're saying there's something called build created at. Build. Any results for the word build? Nothing. Custom CI repos. This takes a parameter, right? Parameter of latest. Okay. I wonder if maybe putting it into a collection messed up the data. Because I do remember seeing something with builds here somewhere. Especially for custom CI. It's not returning the build for it. What did we mess up? Because custom CI should be, from what I remember in the API, custom CI, to see it has all this information, this whatever, because in the API they give you the latest information for that. So let's go to list, repo list. Let's go here. Latest equals true. Let's go back to their project. Actually, I believe I tested this like in a Postman or something. Yeah, I did. I tested this in Postman. User, repos. And then I search for custom. And we get the build. Is it because we need to type user before it? Let's put that down. Put that over there. Okay, let's try that. I think it just needs to say user before it. What does the documentation say? It does need users before it. Okay, not everything does. Just repos. Disable. Okay, so just the list of repos needs user before it. That's like so dumb. And it also didn't throw like an error if I had the wrong endpoint. Wow. So again, let's go here, search for build. Still nothing. Custom. How is that not displaying? Drone. We have user. user repos. Is it not actually typing like true? Is it just putting like 0? That could technically be it. Don't want to print. I want to search. Custom. Wow, that's it. So it was programming. Cool. So that works. Remove this. Let's make it back into a collection. Test that. Bring that here so you guys can see this here. Search for custom. And now we have a build. Okay, so we want to sort by a child in the array. It's a little interesting how we do that. Hold up, I'm just gonna answer this quickly. Okay, so it's not really a relationship, but I just want to see how they do it. Order by. Let's try something like that. Order by build, and should be where's the data? Build. What do? They do something like build created at build created. Order by build dot created. Is it created at or created? Just created. Order by build created. Order by does not exist. You can try sort by. Okay. Sort by. Let's just try by build. Because technically the latest is the only one that has a build. If you sort it by build, it should put the first one up. No. I guess not. Did it just give them random IDs, or did they always have IDs? I don't want that. I don't want if it's going to give it IDs. Yeah. It should be order by. 100%. Sort by. Looks like you can do some custom stuff. So let's try some of that. Key. I don't really care about the key. Item, we could do build. Let's just name this item. I don't want to like loop through all of them or whatever, like the way they're doing it. I'm trying to see if there's like a smaller way of doing it. And then created. Thing is, I feel like this is gonna crash because not all of them have that. Alright, yeah. So what you can then do is something like, hey, if it's empty, then like give it a 0. Sounds about right. But it's giving them random IDs. I don't want that. I really don't want that. Either way, did it make this one the last one? The sort is still not working. Hold up. Okay, the sort's still not working. Last resort, I will do it the other way. Sort regular, false. I found another way. Collections. Collections. So, okay, there's a whole bunch of stuff you can sort by. Sort by key? What's that? That's not what I want. I'm trying to sort this by the build. Not sure which method we have to use for that. Sort. Maybe it's the order by. Is there a... Let's go back. Sort by keys. Sort by... based on a key. Yes, we have a collection. Sort by name. Okay, to reverse it, you do this. Alright, so let's see if, let's try something like that. Sort by build. It is not doing it. Right, this one should be the first one because this is the only one that has a build. All the other ones don't. So this should be the first one. I don't want to do it in the for loop. I don't. It's gonna be not efficient. I'm gonna try searching a little bit more. If not, I'm gonna have to do it through that. So sort by. Sort collection, then by key. Alright, so let's try that callback thing. Right, and they're doing something like, let me just copy this. Again, that's JavaScript though, so we'll do something like item. If item does exist, basically is what they're saying. Then we'll do item build and then created. If it doesn't exist, it's a 0. Which is kind of like what I did before. They're just doing a double comparison. Trying to get property build of a non-object. How do you sort the collection with a function? Is it just sort? It is an object though. That's a undefined index build. Right, yeah. It's an object. It should be like that. Sort. I don't want to do it the other way, but I feel like I'm gonna have to. I feel like there's a neater way of doing it. Let me just see something. So alright, we get the first item and then ID. That should work because it's an object. Okay, it's difference response. Now we're getting to it a bit. We get this. Okay. So even though I made it into a collection, it doesn't. It didn't really work. So why didn't this work when I made it into a collection? Do I have to do JSON encode? Return JSON response of a value. Decode. array given. Alright, so it's JSON encode. It's not properly converting into an object. I mean, I'm even doing first, and the first is not even working, right? It's still displaying all of them. I think my last thing is to try to do decode after encoding it and passing it to collect. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. So that is saying it's a proper collection now. We can now try doing what we were doing before. So B whatever minus copy all of this, put it here, A created at 0. Trying to get of a non-object. Oh, okay, it's because I'm still using the wrong, I'm not even using the right variable. Should be this one. Okay, undefined property build. Is that undefined property build? Sorry about that, guys. 1 second. Undefined property build, but it should be getting it because I'm saying if it does exist. Right. If build not equal to null, do this. If it is, do 0. Same concept on this side. So confused why that's not working though. Undefined property build. Okay, so how can we check a a simple if statement? Right, yeah, so let's try to do that. Let's try to access it directly. So let's return the collection and see if it has to, if I have to do it the array way or not. Which index is that? Alright, so let's close this. Let's look at like this one. Or let's just do search custom. That's this one. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let's type wrong spot. Get number 9. Okay. Then say we try to get ID or something. Okay. Let's actually DD this. Get more information. We get build. And then let's say I do build and status. So let's just do build. See if it's like this. It does actually get that information. So why is it saying it's not defined? So let's say I do like, if build 8 has it, then yes, right? If not, no. And that's where it is. Yeah, return yes or something. Why is that a problem? Alrighty, I guess no shortcuts today are working, so we will do it the boring way. Build 0, if that exists, then return this. Just quick testing, because that statement in the bottom is not working for some reason. Undefined property, okay. So then is set. Does that clear it? Or is there another way to do it if it's an object? Okay, so is set. Is set is what we have to use. So that being said, we can go back down here and just type is set. Is set A. Delete that. Might getting somewhere now, hopefully. Okay. Still not the response I'm looking for, but no error. The sorting is bugging out. It's still number 9. Giving this one more try. If not, I'm doing it the other way that I know will work. Right, I mean that's what their original statement was. BB0, BB0, created 0 minus if it's set. Okay. I guess let's just check if that is set works on number 9. Should, right? Oh, let's just confirm it. Does find it. I'm curious to see let's just continue looking at this, I guess. Combine the results. Condition, return function, A, B. I want to do it the collection way, man. I really do. Collection. Sort by price. It's so weird how that doesn't work. I'm literally mind blown. Product and key count colors. Okay, so let's try one more way. Sorting this. It's crazy we're taking so long to do this. This should be pretty straightforward. I feel like it's because I'm trying to do it using the collection. Let me think about this. I feel like this function should work because we're giving 0. Let's go back to this. We're giving it 0 if it doesn't have a build created, and then sort by the build created. Is there like another thing? Do I have to pass like to make it in order or something? Okay, sort. Let's look at the other sort. You may pass a callback with your own argument to refer to documentation of uSort. That is what it's doing under the hood. Okay, so maybe we pass -1 rather than 0 to the ones that don't have it. The thing is, the order is not even changing, which is so weird. So weird. I want to see something. Okay. And then let's just get the ID, right? That ID should be 11. Exactly what I was looking at before. Let's return the whole object. See, like, collections, it's working. I'm trying to check if it was working. The collection's working perfectly fine. It's the goddamn sort that's not working. Right? None of these have this. Very curious, what's the response of this? Zero. Response is 0. I really think there's something wrong with this sort. Yo, if this is my problem, I'll fucking be so upset. Right? Please don't say like 10 or 11. Please don't. Hold up. Hold the heck up. Don't tell me I had it right the entire time. And it's just Chrome messing it up. Don't tell me. Alright, let's get the name. First, after sorting, and then name. Oh my god. I had it right the entire time. And Chrome was bugging out. Oh my god. Oh, that was unnecessary, Chrome. Truly unnecessary. Okay, so we can sort by this. The next sort. Oh, I just lost. That was horrible. I'm like, yo, why is this not working? Alright, so the next sort we can do is this one. We did this one. Let's just handle all of them. So, copy that. I've never actually done 3 sorts at the same time, but I'm guessing you can do it. By status. Let's do by status. Let's copy this. Convert it into our own language, right? PHP. So, similar syntax, to be honest, right? We just add that. Add that. Add a little bit of that. Add that. Active, and that should work. Let my auto formatter do the magic, and there you go. Let's actually test this. It should still display custom CI. It does. Perfect. Not trusting Chrome no more. Just wasted like a whole 40 minutes because of Chrome. Jesus Christ. Next, we'll sort by the name. So, pretty simple again. We just copy and paste this. Oh, does status have a default? It did. It turned 0 if none of the matches. Delete that. Copy this. Return 0. Close that. Let's fix this. So, and these don't need a is set, because this is part of the repo. The reason why we need it is set for the build is not all of them have the latest build, right? So that's why. But we're getting all this information from the repo, so all of them should have this information. And there we go. We just converted the JavaScript into PHP. This again should still return custom C. Oh, it does not. It does not. One of these sorts messed it up. Hello. Let's explain this one. Oh, I think it's because we're not doing. We have to do them in a different order, right? Opposite order. Sort by name. Sort by active, and then sort by this. That way, we're back. Okay. Lastly, this all works now. We can now add this to our. I guess we go to the home page. Split the screen, go to the web, public function, grab repos, and we'll basically run all of this. We have to import drone, and we'll say public repos, and we'll just say this repos equals that. Now we can go to the home page view. Let's run a simple for each in here. Repos as repo, copy one of these, put it in there, delete that. In here, put repo, and let's just put slug. This is the last thing I remember typing. I don't know all the properties. We can now go to the home. Invalid supplied for each. Okay, so repos as repo, public repos. It's because I have to say wire init, and that's just saying like, hey, when this component gets called, run a function, and we're gonna run grab repos. I am using Livewire 2. Never really used this, so I'm not sure if this syntax has changed. I'm hoping it hasn't though. So it might have changed. Let's just search Livewire init. Init. Rendering components, actions, Livewire click, properties. Click. There should be like a wire in it. Defer loading. Okay, so it is wire in it, just without this. Invalid for each. Could it? Could be the statement inside of it. Repos. Public repos. Do I have to actually pass it? You know what? I can test this by dd this repos. Repos. Items. There are all the items. Okay, so what we could just do is we're gonna pass repos as this repos, but if this is empty, we'll just pass an empty array. It should work. I think we have to do 2 question marks. Yeah. Invalid. Alright, that's what they do it here. Oh, they do once it's ready to load. Load once it's ready to load. I guess I will add that. I didn't really want to add that, but let's go back to the documentation. DD ready to load. Okay, so we'll add another one called public ready to load equals false. Once this all finishes, this ready to load equals true. And then the parameter for this can just be this dot ready to load. If it's true, if it's false, empty array. What you got for me now? Yo, what? Repos. Repos. Could it be because it doesn't run on the first? No, this was running, I believe. Okay, so I guess it just takes a second to load. There's still something fishy about this though, because yes, it works, and I can just do repo slug, and they're all in order, but something is off for a fact. Because I shouldn't have to do is set. This should just work. It's not just working. When reading after the component renders the page. Do it down here. Let's just comment this out. Public false. This isn't true, so it should return an empty array, which means this wouldn't run. Invalid arguments. Supply for the for each. Loading state, pulling. No, that just pulls prefetch. Something is off. I'm doing something that's not right. So I comment this out and I just display repos. Alright, I do have the data instantly, almost instantly. Okay, so I guess for now I will just include this, even though I'm not sure why it's working without that. I mean, why it's not working without that. It should work without that though. But we have a list of the repos. Seem to be in the exact order as the other ones, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I think that'll be it for today. We got most of the APIs done. We have the display of the repos. I'm gonna try offline, see why this is set. It's not working. It's not really a big deal. I just want the code to sort of look super clean. But for now, this is good. I'm gonna try to work on this at least a couple of times a week. I'll live stream it. You guys can see the errors that I go through. But that's it. I think that's good for today. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe, comment below. Hope you guys enjoyed my thinking process of how I fix things and stuff like that. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and subscribe to YouTube.